Hey everyone, today I've got Minecraft. Card game? Sure. As part of my segment on quick filler games, when you're looking to fill maybe less than 20 minutes of your time with something that isn't too complicated to set up, not too complicated to take down, and is not complicated in its rule set, I've come across Minecraft the card game, and I don't play Minecraft. I actually know a little bit about it only from my nephews. And when I came across this, I thought, sure, why not? There is Minecraft the board game, which actually looks really interesting. But for $50, I'm not a huge Minecraft fan, and it's a pretty big box. And filler games should be the ones that you could literally stick in a backpack and carry with you. The last one that I showed on my video was Pizza Party, and that was a fun Yahtzee rolling dice checking game. This is a card game, no dice involved. There's a little bit of a setup in terms of separating cards, but once you get that sort of organized and set up, it's pretty fun to play. This is up to 4 players, and the goal here has a Minecraft theme. You're not actually doing the complexities of Minecraft, but you are mining resources, playing resources to craft items, and the ultimate goal is the first person to get a set number of points wins. In a 2-player game, that set number of points, I believe, is 24. And for a 3-player game, it would be 20 points, and for a 4-player game, it would be the first person to 16 points. How do you get those points? That's by crafting things. So I'm just going to go through a quick run through of how to play it. And I don't know why there's a question mark, but I'm assuming they're literally saying Minecraft card game, because nobody would imagine Minecraft as a card game. So for each player, they're given this sort of resource holder. It allows you to reserve a craft card if you choose to do that on your action or on your turn. On your turn, you're allowed to do 2 actions. You can either mine a resource, craft a card, or reserve a card to craft. And you'll have 2 rows. The first row here is all resources, and the second row here are items that you can craft. It would have been nice to have some kind of picture, maybe like a farmhouse or something that you're crafting that's relevant to Minecraft. But all they've given you is a list of items, of resources that you need in order to craft this card. On the corners, you'll have a point system, which is 3 points for this card. And you'll also see that there's a symbol here representing a tool or weapon from the Minecraft world. In this case, this is the sword. This is a one-time use. If you've crafted this card and you have it in your sort of craft pile, you can, at any time, not counting as an action, use the ability of this sword or whatever tool you have. So you have a sword, you have a hoe, you have an axe, and I believe that was it. I'm not sure if there's another one. There might be another. Let me just quickly check here. A pickaxe is the other one that I'm missing. So with those special tools, they can be used at any time, either during your turn or maybe even when it's not your turn, to have a special ability. And again, it doesn't count as an action. For this example, it is a sword, and if you use it, it's a one-time use. This is to defend yourself against a creeper, which could show up. So once you've done that, this is considered used. You don't discard it because it still counts as points, but you can no longer use it for its utility or tool anymore. A hoe that you have here allows you to remove 1 action from your opponent. An axe provides 2 wood resources. And, oh, perfect, a pickaxe scrapes the top row of resources. And I think that was it. There's one more. Oh, this is the other pickaxe, which gives you 1 action. So those are your craft cards that you can have. And in terms of the resources, you have, I think, 5 different resources. You have gold, diamond, wood, stone. And for your resources, you are given the resource type, which in this case is diamond, and the value, the number of resources that this counts towards, which is 2. So for example, this one's wood, worth 1 value of wood, 1 value of gold, and you also have wildcards, which have any type of resource that you need, and it typically gives you a value or number of that resource that you choose. So I can have 3 gold if I need it, or 3 wood if I need it. And once I have enough, if I'm able to, I can discard those resources to craft this card. So in this case, I need 3 stone and 1 wood. So on my turn, or on the player's turn, let me flip this over. On the player's turn, they can, again, do one of 3 actions: mine resources, craft a card, or reserve a card. So for this example, let's just say I mine a resource. And in the game, it actually tells you that your resource stack should be all faced up. But if you have these cards, they shift very easily because it's a very smooth surface card. So you can actually just keep whatever's underneath face down. Once you remove the top resource, flip over the next resource. So what I'll do is I would say, for example, I want to mine this resource. I would flip over the next card, and you'll see I have a TNT, and I'll explain what that does in a minute. But let's say I also want to mine, let's just go with the wood. Okay, so I've done that on my turn. Oh, and a perfect example. So these are 2 other types of cards that can show up in your resource pile. The creeper, as soon as a creeper shows up, it takes an immediate effect of having the players discard 1 card from their hand. However, if you have in your previous turn crafted this card with the sword, you're able to defend yourself by doing the one-time use of canceling that effect for yourself, not for everyone else, just for yourself. The other players, if they do not have a sword, they are unable to defend, and then you would discard the creeper card into your discard pile. So in this case, I didn't have one, so I'm going to discard this. We'll call this the discard pile here. So then we flip over the next one. So for the TNT, if you choose to use the TNT, you would pick it up, and you would also take the top card of each pile for the resource, and you would choose to keep 2 of the 4. And then you would discard the rest, including the TNT card. So let's just say the next player has already gone. Now it's my turn. I have the 1 resource that I have, and let's say I choose to use the TNT. So I take the TNT, and I take the top layer of each of these cards, and I get to keep 2. So I will keep this one, and sure, I'll keep gold. And I discard the rest, and now we reveal the rest of these cards, which unfortunately is pulling up 2 creepers. This is bad luck. So I would have to discard 3 cards. So let's just say I didn't have those creepers. This is a bad example. I got the TNT. You don't have to take the TNT. It doesn't take effect unless you actually take it. So now let's say on my turn, as my second action, I can craft something. So I've got these 3 here. So I can use, when you are choosing a wild card, the resource that you choose is for the total number that it provides you. So you can't separate it into, say, 1 wood and 2 gold. If I choose to use this as stone, it's 3 stone, and I'll use this one as 1 wood. I discard it to craft this card with the axe ability, and I keep it on my side. And that's it. It would go on to the next player's turn, and then when it comes back to my turn, as one of my actions, let's say I'm trying to save up for this card, but I'm afraid, because I've got 1 gold, and I'm afraid that my opponent will take that card. So I can take it and reserve it. I can only have 1 in my reserve at any given time, and it doesn't come out until I can actually craft it. So I am stuck with this one, and now that I see that, hey, I've got 1 gold, all I need is 1 wood for this, but unfortunately I cannot reserve that. So if that was my my action on my turn, I have 1 more action to do, and I can't craft anything, so maybe I would take the TNT. I take the TNT and clear the top layer, and I get to keep 2 of the 4. I'll keep this and discard the rest, and we show the rest here. And then play would pass on to the next player. So as you can see, once I've crafted enough cards to earn myself 24 points in a 2-player game, I win. Very simple, very straightforward, not complicated at all, but I'd say there is a little bit of luck because it depends on what resources show up. You can do a little bit of strategy by trying to sabotage your opponent by reducing the number of actions that they have. And if you had multiple actions, you could potentially remove any actions that they have on their turn and sabotage them that way. So there's a little bit of strategy in that sense, and you can really foil the plans of your opponent. And also, if you know it's an open book, you can see what card they're reserving, you know what they're going for. So if they really wanted to sabotage my plans, on their turn, they would just mine the gold. So in the game, just like I guess in Minecraft, wood is a very common resource, so you're going to have a lot of wood resources, and the more valuable the resource, such as gold and diamond, the less number are actually in the resource pile. So you do have to craft carefully, but items like, let's see, the high point items typically have, so this one's 4 points with, I think, I'm not exactly sure what that is, stone or platinum, I'm not exactly sure, but here's a diamond. Here's one that's 3 diamond and a wood, and it's worth 5 points. 3 gold and wood, and it's worth 5 points. I think there's one in here that's worth 6. There's a big one, there it is. So this is 3 diamond and 2 wood, worth 6 points. So if you're able to reserve a high value or high point craft card on each of your turns, or after you've crafted, you can reserve it, and if you're lucky enough to draw it from the craft pile, then you could easily get to 24 points, or the required number of points, before your opponent. So there you go. That is a quick filler game that I have. Minecraft, the card game. And if you're a Minecraft fan, you're not going to have the same depth as you would the video game. But if you've got that sort of, you need to take a break from the screen, but you've got that Minecraft itch, and you only have maybe 20 minutes to play, by all means, Minecraft, the card game, will do it for you. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.